a Terran player is definitely going to have to push out, going to have to take his natural expansion for Goodfriend. That will be at the 3 o'clock position, and just in order, and he'll have to protect in secondary choke as well in order to really find room for his barracks, I would assume at this point, because I'm guessing that there wasn't a mech build this in 2005, at least not an effective one.
No, no, mech is far away from now. But yes, Terran is going to scout July right away. He's scouting to see if that expansion is up, but it's not, because July opted for the overpool into 10 drone, it seems.
Yeah, looks fine so far. And July actually scouting in the wrong direction. He saw that SCV, which was kind of odd that he decided to end up going to the top left. I guess he misread the pathing or something. And Goodfriend's actually going to force that SCV up the ramp, pushing that that drone out of the way. And now we're seeing 2 barracks going down for Goodfriend, and I think that this is hilarious because the old style games, I know that everyone says that they were a lot faster, a lot more early pushes, and I remember hearing that like Terran versus Zerg, you saw a lot more bunker rushes and things like that. But you know, watching so much modern TVZ, you just don't see it. Like you hear about it, but you just don't see it as much. So I'm kind of excited to see this. I'm hoping he goes for like one of these old school bunker rushes. Could be pretty cool.
Yeah, see one of these fan posters, or oh, right in front of July's computer. Path to victory. Actually, July kept that drone up there for his expansion, not going for his natural, because his natural is actually quite hard to play safe.
Yeah, JulyZerg being a sneaky, crafty little man. Well, crafty player over there and taking that hidden base. I don't think Goodfriend really has any idea this is going. I didn't get to see his scout. I don't know if he's gone to the natural yet and really been able to scout that out. I don't think he has. And JulyZerg's really hiding that pretty well here. And he's sending out a few more drones as well. I don't know if that's like a drone transfer. I don't even know if you would bother with a drone transfer with that long travel time. And we're getting another poster of, I guess this is Goodfriend's self-proclamation poster, and I can't even read that. I don't know if you saw that. I could not read that in this video call.
No, I could not. Actually, I think why July took that base was because it's a lot easier to defend with lurkers, and I think he's going to open with a lurker tech. Since, yeah, it's just so hard on this map to get, I guess, your natural. Because, I mean, as you can see, I guess, on the mini-map, July's natural is, you know, a good bit north, and then the entrance is nowhere even close to the natural. So you'd really have to make a 3rd hatchery at your entrance to sunk that up to protect your natural, or you'd have to put sunkens at both your natural and your main.
You know what's also pretty cool is that just looking at the bases again, once that creep starts going for that hatchery at the top left, you can't even throw down a bunker over there. Same with the bottom left with July's starting position. There's no place to throw down any buildings or do any sort of real rush there at all. And whereas at the natural, there's definitely going to be a lot more room to do that. We saw the layer going up as well for JulyZerg and a creep colony, or sunken colony also there as well. So he was getting ready just in case that there was a little bit of a rush from Goodfriend. And this is kind of a change that you see from modern TVZ. Goodfriend going for those 2 racks rather than today where you would just go 1 rack straight into CC. And because of those 2 racks, I mean, today we would say that he's got to push out and do something. And I don't know. I don't know what this old school strategy was, whether or not he's really going to need to do a lot of damage or whatnot. He is pushing out now with Marines and a couple Fire Bats and his medics as well. And he's going to force JulyZerg to back off with his Zerglings at least. It looks like he might just be clearing away to get some room to breathe, go get that his natural expansion up as well, put a little bit of early pressure on that sort of thing. And Aspire going down as well for JulyZerg at the top left. Pretty hidden spot there. And it's going to be tough for Goodfriend to even like scan that out and figure out exactly what's coming his way.
Yeah, because in order to scan that, you have to have some idea where that extra base might be. Though Goodfriend probably has a good idea that another base is up and running, since it'd be pretty bad to be just 1 base. Actually, he just found it right now with that SCV. July's going to have to be extra careful to save that base, because if that expansion goes down, he loses his Spire.
Yeah, and I think he knows this, so he's throwing up 2 more creep colonies, going to get a couple more sunkens up. This is going to be really close with the timing. I don't know if that 2nd and 3rd one are going to be up in time. The 2nd one is up. The 3rd one won't be if he pushes it, but I think 2 sunken colonies and that tiny ramp with a couple Zerglings will be enough to stop it, at least what's there right now. But this is a tough spot for JulyZerg. It's a really long reinforcement path from his other hatcheries, and he's going to be really dependent upon whatever he produces there. He might even be forced to use a couple more drones to sunk up. We see the Spire is completed, so probably some Mutalisks coming out now. And I don't know exactly when JulyZerg came up with the Mutalisk stacking. Yes, I know someone else, I forget who it was, someone else technically did it first, but JulyZerg is the one who popularized it. And Goodfriend actually is going to try and push up the ramp here. He's going to be met by 3 sunken colonies, and I think this is going to be enough to hold. It'll be close, though. The first sunken colony is taking a lot of damage. Looks like it might go down. Drones being pulled off by JulyZerg. JulyZerg's going to try and do a little drone drill here, as well as using the Mutalisk that just popped. So he's going to be able to defend this. He's going to lose a lot of those sunken colonies, but I think he's going to be able to defend this. 3 Marines left. 2 Marines left, still a sunken colony, still a Mutalisk left, and yeah, only 1 Marine left, so he's going to be okay. He's going to be able to defend that off. Probably going to have to throw up a couple more sunken colonies to defend. But I don't know if at this point, if the Mutalisk stacking that was popularized, at least by JulyZerg, was really invented yet, or if we're going to see the old groupings where they grouped them with like larvae and minerals rather than with an overlord.
Actually, Shark is the one who invented Mutalisk stacking, and Mutalisk stacking before that era was using a combination of, you know, hold position and patrol and right-clicking on minerals to get your Mutalisk to stack. Before that, it was very hard to stack, and what it looks like, I don't know, it's hard to tell right now, but it seems like it was old school era before Shark invented Mutalisk stacking, just because the Mutalisks are slightly spread out.
Yeah, I think you're right there. They are spread out a lot more than we would expect. Because once July figured out that he could do it, he was the first one to really do it extremely well. And you can see that with the building places, how Goodfriend has to build outside of his base just in order to even find place for his factory. Otherwise, he's just gonna create huge pathing problems for himself. And I think if anyone made a map like this today, there would be huge screams of imbalanced, and Terran players would be in uproar over having to do something like this.
Well, it is a bit nicer for Terrans, the fact that Zerg can't go for that safe natural expansion to get your second gas. I mean, July really had to go and kind of sneak off to get his expansion in the top left.
He's also trying to do some Mutalisk micro here against these Marines, and I mean, he's having moderate success, not really doing too much damage here, which, I mean, you know, we say today that he needs to keep those Marine numbers low, otherwise when the push comes out, it's just going to be so hard for him to defend. We see the Engineering Bay, I think, was researching probably +1 weapons, going to start taking out those Mutalisks, and also Control Tower down. This is really, really early. Third hatch going up at the top right for JulyZerg, but I mean, like, really early for a Terran player going for the Starport Control Tower before even taking a second base. This is so early by today's standards, and you know, you don't usually see this off of one base going for this far. I mean, I think I saw it once. I think I saw it last season. I think Casey tried it against someone on Outsider TVZ, and it worked